outside of the bubble, who the heck knows who Britt Baker is, right? So you see somebody wearing a shirt like this, yeah, bro, it's going to be highly offensive, especially, man, think about it, bro. Think about if you're a woman that's being beaten and you're in the closet, or, you know, you're a kid and you saw your dad beat. It's going to be highly offensive. So you just got to ask yourself at the end of the day, Chris, is it really worth it? So, bro, think about this. If an AEW mark is wearing that shirt, and you know, either you're a victim of spousal abuse or whatever, like if you see somebody wearing this shirt in public and you have no idea this is a wrestling company, bro, come on. Who listen, Britt Baker's great. Outside of the bubble, who the heck knows who Britt Baker is, right? So you see somebody wearing a shirt like this, yeah, bro, it's going to be highly offensive, especially, man, think about it, bro. Think about if you're a woman that's being beaten and you're in the closet, or, you know, you're a kid and you saw your dad beat. It's going to be highly offensive. So you just got to ask yourself at the end of the day, Chris, is it really worth it? Like, is it like how many T-shirts are you going to sell that is all the backlash you're going to get? Is that going to be worth it, bro?
That's my thing, Vince. You know, is where, you know, and the thing is, I know that I know it's meant to be from a heroic standpoint, but it's one of those things that if you have to spend so much time explaining yourself,
yes, Chris,
you probably should pull back.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it's like, is continuing to explain why you're wearing a shirt of a woman with a black eye, is that worth the time of continuing to? Oh no, it's just this lady Britt Baker that I think is really cool in AEW that had a segment a few weeks ago on Dynamite with the Outcast. And by the time someone who doesn't know wrestling is completely checked out of what you're saying at this point, they don't care about your explanation.
Right.
And so whatever your explanation you give them, their attention span is 8 seconds. They're done. So,
and bro,
all that time explaining just.
Yeah. And Chris, my question is, honestly, bro, who's buying that shirt?
Marks, like, man. You know how it is.
Seriously, bro, you're walking around with that, bro? Like, okay.
Like you said 3 words, Vince, that basically is in a nutshell of today's wrestling side. Not all, but many, dare I say most, they'll buy anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? They'll buy anything.
Including this shirt.
That's true, man.
With Britt Baker. And here's the thing. I would say a lot of people would buy it because they're Britt Baker fans, right? But at the same time, you know, if I'm looking at that and I have no clue and I see you from a distance, I'm already like, I'm speaking for a lot of people, not in particular me, but people are already in general going to cancel you out and already going to cast, you know, a lot of critique on you if they don't know you and see you at Walmart or something from afar. They're taking a picture. You know, this is a very world star hip hop video society. They're going to take a picture of that or a video of it, and they're going to completely misperceive your motive. And they're going to be like, look at this guy right here this is probably his girlfriend. Like they don't know. And that stuff spreads. Negativity.
Bro,
spreads.
I swear to God, Chris, and you had her on the show a couple of weeks ago. Bro, a couple of years ago, Goldilocks tweeted out a picture of herself with a black eye, beat up, crying with no verbiage. Bro, people lost their mind, including me, because, bro, I'm saying to myself, oh my God, is she captive somewhere? And she managed to take this picture of herself, scared the living crap out of me, couldn't get a hold of her. Bro, I am not lying to you. Lost sleep that night, okay? And then she came out and said it was some type of publicity campaign. And I was like, Goldie, you can't You can't do something like that. It was absolutely horrific. And like I said, bro, somebody's going to be walking around Walmart with this shirt. They don't know Britt Baker. They don't know this is a wrestling shirt. It's going to be exactly what you said. And again, bro, my point is all that worth it?
Not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Speaking of worth it, Tony Khan. So an ESPN reporter, Mike Coppinger, he said hearing Wembley is scaled only for $40K for AEW. Far cry from last April when I was ringside for Tyson Fury, Dylan White, and it is packed to the brim with $94,000. Nothing beats the big fight feel at Wembley. Tony Khan just saw that and he went in only Tony Khan fashion. I imagine how he looked when he was tweeting that, or his reaction was. If you had a fly on the wall, I'm jealous of that fly on the wall right now who was able to look at Tony Khan when he reacted to this tweet. He says, lies! What a load of crap! Tell your agent Nick Khan to shove it up his and that's how he felt toward that tweet. He's really serious about this thing, Vince. What do you think?
That's the problem with AEW in a nutshell. Okay, bro, first of all, the fact that I think he said something today, they're at 50,000 tickets. That's what he said. I don't have any reason to doubt that. And I think that is phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal, bro. I wish I could sell 50,000 tickets to something. That's phenomenal.
Without even a match announced for it.
Yeah, not even that. But it's like that's the thing with him, bro. It's always one step forward and two steps back. Because at the end of the day, Tony, you're going to have a factual number from Wembley.
For sure.
It is going to be public knowledge of how many tickets were sold. Let that play out, and then this guy's going to look like an idiot.
That's true.
Rather than call him out, you're in business with the Nick Khan. The WWE is putting you behind this, bro. Please, man, let it freaking play out. Then when there's 70,000 tickets sold, 75,000 tickets sold, now. Okay, bro, the guy buried himself.
Yeah, true.
But Tony buries himself by just not allowing that to organically happen.
Yeah. That's a good point. And I think, I wish them the best, and I hope that they do sell 70, 80 plus thousand. It's just, it's way too early in the game to jump, to lies. Because if that's the case, you're going to have to be tweeting all types of, you have to be making responses for all types of tweets like that. You know what I mean? And it's not good to spend so much time, like you said, even with the Britt Baker thing in the very beginning, trying to reply to tweets from people who just are misrepresenting you and spending all that time just speaking out of ignorance. I always tell this to people. This might be a kind of a gory example, but it's metaphoric. A lot of times, if you allow people to keep going with ignorance and misrepresentation, they're the one, allow them to hang their own noose. And that's basically allow them to tighten the noose around their own selves and do that and do that for themselves. The more stuff like that happens, and the more you just prove them with your work. Just be you, keep going, right? And be successful and keep doing stuff like that. And people will basically tighten their own noose. And I think stuff like this is the reporter would tighten his own noose, and then he would have to back up and either he's going to be prideful and not tweet again about it, or he's going to be humble and like a man and apologize about it. Right. But the unfortunate thing with social media events is we don't have a lot of humans acting like they should.
Right.
Being able to man up, woman up, and say, I was wrong. It was an apology. I spoke out of ignorance. We don't have that culture within social media. And so people who deal with insecurities a lot, they feel like they have to keep responding. Respond.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It don't take all that, man. Be you, be confident in you. And at the end of the day, people tighten their own nooses, man.
Right.
So.
Agreed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, Vince Russo. I am Dr. Chris. This is Riding with Russo. Have a good night, everybody. Solo.